Okay, so do you want to know why you're not losing weight? I know there can be so many reasons why, but today I'm going to focus on 10 reasons why you're not losing weight. So sit back, stay tuned, and check me out. Okay, so the dreaded weight loss plateau. There's really no definition for a weight loss plateau, believe, but basically it's just when we are losing weight, we're doing everything that we can do to lose weight, but we're not seeing any weight loss results. So you have all these efforts and you're not losing weight for whatever reason. So there are a couple of reasons why, and I'm going to talk about 10 of those today. And when we're on the topic of weight loss plateau, a weight loss plateau is not 1 week, okay? A weight loss plateau probably isn't even 2 or 3 weeks. We're talking about an extended period of time of not losing weight. Because if you think about it from an evolutionary standpoint, you know, back in the day, food wasn't so easy to get. Like, we just didn't roll up on food and bam, there it was. We had to hunt for our food. We had to kill it. We had to create a fire to fire it up. So our body adapted for us to try to hold on to our weight, try to hold on to our fat. Not so good now because food is in abundance and we have no problems getting food. Hopefully we don't have any problems getting food. But for those of us who are able to get food monetarily, transportation wise, anything like that, it's pretty accessible. So we don't have to go through all that, and we don't have to have our fat stores trying to hold on to food for us, okay? So we're talking about an extended period of time of not losing weight. So let's talk about point number 1. So point number 1 is eating too little or skipping meals. Okay, so that sounds like it might be counterintuitive, right? Eating too little. Like, what do you mean? We're not supposed to eat. We're on a diet. We're trying to lose weight. What are you talking about? You have to fuel your body. Because once again, from the evolutionary standpoint, when you're not eating enough, your body is like, hold on. I gotta hold on to this fat. Like, I need this weight. Like, I'm about to die. Like, you know, it starts freaking out. Your body is working against you, okay? So, eat. Make sure you're eating the right things. Like, I'm not telling you to go snacks and fast food and things like that. Of course, you're gonna have those from time to time. We all do, okay? But you don't want that to be your main source of energy, okay? And then skipping meals. Like, I know you're like, oh, I'm gonna have a big dinner. I just won't eat breakfast or lunch today. I'm just gonna fast and, you know, make sure I drink my water, or I'm just gonna have a protein shake, or why that's not such a good idea? Binging. You might be able to get your mind off of it during the day, you're working or whatever you're doing, or you're busy. But when you're alone and it's nighttime and your stomach is doing a little bit of rumbling and you're like starting to think about all those things that you ate before, and you're like, I didn't eat anything today. You know, I could have a couple of cookies. Yeah, 3 cookies turns into 4 cookies, and before you know it, you've eaten the whole pack. So try to make sure that you're fueling your body throughout the day so that you don't binge, because, like, man, that's some serious stuff right there, okay? So the second reason is your metabolism, okay? So everybody has a different basal metabolic rate, or BMR, and this is basically how fast you burn calories. There's even a such thing as a resting metabolic rate. And this is just if you were just to sit in a bed all day, not do anything, not, you know, walk or anything like that. This is basically how many calories your body burns while it's in a state of rest. So everyone's is different. So the older you get, that is the slower your metabolism goes down. So like if you're in your 20s, your metabolism is most likely good. So don't be trying to blame it on your metabolism. It goes down about 2 to 8% every year that you age. So for us old folks, it's a little bit more difficult for us to lose weight. And this time around, I saw it on myself. I would have probably smoked through the first couple of weeks of dieting. But now in my mind, I have it to where like, I know I'm getting older. I know my metabolism is probably slowing down a little bit. It makes it a little bit more difficult. It makes it take a little bit more time, but that does not mean that weight loss is impossible if you're older, okay? So don't get too discouraged about metabolism. Number 3, you're improperly estimating your food. So you go through this diet and you're tracking everything on MyFitnessPal, or if you're doing Nutrisystem like I am, you're tracking everything on your Numi app, and you're like, dang, I'm still not losing weight. Like, I know this is all I had to eat. Like, what's going on? So we are horrible estimators, okay? So like, even if you're eating out or you're not preparing dishes, maybe your mother is cooking for you or your mate is cooking for you and you're not cooking yourself, but you're estimating like what they put in this dish. Like, people cook with other stuff. People don't just put meat and vegetables and whatever else in the pan. They're gonna probably add some butter in there. They're probably gonna add some kind of stock or bouillon or some kind of cream or some kind of full fat something to give it some kind of flavor. You don't know what people are putting in your food. So an estimation is just an estimation. Now also, let me tell you something. These companies can get away with not being accurate with their calorie count, etc., in the foods that they're selling to you. So it's all just an estimation. You may say, okay, I'm allotted 1,500 calories per day. Okay, bam. I've been eating 1,500 calories. Like, I'm on a roll with it. I'm doing like, what's going on? It may be more than 1,500 because you just never know what's all in your food. Even if you're preparing your own foods, you can easily forget about something within your tracking. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe overestimate. That's all I can think of to help solve the problem. And try to eat out less and prepare your own foods. And when you're tracking, make sure you track as soon as you consume something. That way you won't forget about it. Okay? And then little to no exercise. Okay. So I know you might not be like, I'm going to be some kind of fitness buff. Yeah, I'm going to be a gym rat. Like, yeah, it's not really my thing. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I heard on the internet you can lose weight without exercise. Like, okay, let me just school you. You can lose weight without exercise. Yes, you can. Is that recommended? No, it is not. And let me tell you why. It's not recommended because when you exercise, you are building lean body mass, okay? When you're in there lifting those weights and you're doing all of that good stuff, and lean body mass helps promote fat loss. So the leaner the body mass, the more muscles you have, that's the faster you're burning those calories. Also, you want to exercise. Exercise promotes good health all around. Good physical health as well as good mental health too. I'm pretty sure if you've had mental health issues, your provider, your psychiatrist, your therapist, whomever that you've talked to about that, they've told you the good benefits that exercise do for your mental health. So just exercise. And it does not have to be going to the gym. It doesn't have to be going super hard on weights. It doesn't have to be hiring a personal trainer. Walking is free. Walking is free. It is the freest thing in the whole wide world. So that means you can even increase your daily steps, like your normal walking. How can you do that? You can park further away from entrances to places. Instead of driving, you can walk places that you need to go. I know this is not applicable for rural areas, but those are just some simple things that you can do to increase your steps. And like I said, I know that some places are still cold. Yeah, like where I live. But for those places that are pretty much warm year round, you have no excuse to walk. Even if you just go like drive to a mall, okay? Drive to Walmart. That's what you do, because everywhere got a Walmart, okay? And just walk around Walmart, and you've increased your steps for the day. And remember, if you're doing Nutrisystem, 30 minutes a day of exercise at least, okay? So just try it. Let me tell you, when you start exercising and when you start working out, you start looking in the mirror and you're like, oh, I look fine. You're going to get so addicted to those results. You're going to love working out. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so when we're just talking about losing weight, you're not going to the bathroom. Okay, so I know this is a little touchy subject. Everyone has a different rate at which they go to the bathroom. Some people go every day. Some people go a couple of times a week. Some people even go once a week. But you want to make sure that you're getting the correct amount of water. You want to make sure that you're getting enough fiber in your diet, okay? Because fiber not only helps you go to the bathroom, it also helps you feel full. So if you're feeling full, you're not eating as much, or you're not tempted to eat high calorie, less nutrient dense food, okay? So just make sure that you're going properly to the bathroom. In conjunction with that, you're eating the right amounts of fiber, okay? Also, stress. So stress is a big thing in our lives, especially, you know, with the pandemic and everything. Life can be stressful. And everyone has a different amount of stress. You could have a stressful job. School could be stressful to you. Parenting is stressful. You could have stressful relationships, interpersonal relationships with friends, with family, with your mate, just co-workers. Like, life is stressful. We all know that. We have to try to reduce our stress as much as we can, because stress, those stress hormones in your body, they do nothing but promote you to hold on to that weight. They do nothing but increase your fat cells. And stress eating, let's talk about that. Okay, when we have those stress hormones intact or increasing or firing on all cylinders, we want comfort foods, right? And comfort foods are not necessarily good for weight loss. We want those foods that are going to release the oxytocin and make us feel good and comfort us. So let's try to reduce our stress levels so that we can get rid of some of that stress eating and stress hormones, okay? So 7 is sleep. We need to be getting proper sleep. Once again, when you are not properly sleeping, you are tired. And when you are feeling tired, what do? You're lazy. That means you're not exercising. That means you are going through the drive-thru and you're not cooking your food and preparing your food properly. And you're just all around a mess if you do not have sleep. Sleep is going to help promote you to lose weight. It's also going to give you energy so that you can power through those workouts, okay? So make sure that you're getting enough sleep. Also, your water intake. We've talked about water intake plenty of times. If you're on Nutrisystem, you're supposed to be getting at least 64 ounces a day. I know they have all these water intake challenges, and you see people at the gym with these big old gallon containers of water. They're like doing a set of reps, and they're like, oh, chugging this water. Look, don't do all that. Like, if you can just get those 64 ounces in, and that's all you can get in, that's probably better than what you were doing before with your water intake. So try to get at least 64 ounces in. Even if you can't get 64 ounces in, try to get in as much as you can. And sneak in water in those other sneaky ways. Like if you have a morning black coffee, because I'm not promoting coffee with all these creamers and sugars and all that stuff in it. If you can have a morning black coffee, if you can have a morning tea or something like that, or if you like to drink tea like throughout the entire day, or coffee throughout the entire day, or if you like to drink a what is that? A seltzer water. Or if you like to put those little packets of flavor in your water just to give it some kind of taste. So my next thing is hormones. So usually anybody on a weight loss journey has heard the question, have you had your thyroid checked? So I'm going to talk about thyroid. I'm going to read it directly off this thing right here so I don't mess it up. I want to make sure that the information that I'm giving you is accurate, okay? Because I'm not a doctor and I don't know anything about thyroids. Okay, so if your thyroid is underactive, you may have a condition called hypothyroidism. It can lead to weight gain from a buildup of salt and water in your body. Okay, and this is another reason why we want to make sure that we drink our water, because it's going to flush that salt out, and salt helps you retain weight. Okay, so you want to make sure you're drinking your water too. And now an overactive thyroid is called hyperthyroidism, and it makes many people lose weight if they have an overactive thyroid, but others may pick up weight because it can make you feel hungrier. Okay, so while we're on the discussion of hormones, we know that men and women have different types of hormones, right? And then also women hormones may fluctuate during that time of the month. This also is a reason why, your weight may go up and down and fluctuate. It might be just because it's that time of the month. And then also we're thinking about like what we're eating also. Once again, we're talking about like comfort foods and junk foods and things that are usually high in calories but low in nutrients, okay? So we want to think about those things as we talk about our weight loss hormones. So go to the doctor so that you can get all of your hormone levels checked, your blood levels checked, vitamin levels checked, all those good things checked before you begin your weight loss and exercise routine, just to make sure that you're fit enough for exercise and that you're fit enough for a low calorie or reduced calorie type of diet. Okay, so the last thing we're going to talk about is medication. That's number 10. Okay, so lots of different medications affect us in different ways, and some medications even help hinder our weight loss processes. I know a lot of people know about like birth control affecting weight loss, and even some mental health medications for things such as schizophrenia, bipolar, and also depression. So these are medications that can affect our weight loss. So if you have some kind of medication for those types of things, also things like high blood pressure, epilepsy, diabetes, those things can also affect your weight loss. You want to talk to your doctor and see if there maybe is an alternative type of medication that you may try out to use, and see if that can help with your weight loss. Okay, so that was the last thing I talked about in regard to things that could possibly hinder your weight loss. All right, so last things last. We want to talk about my progress, right? So last week I wound up being 246.4. So drum roll please as to what I am now after 1 week. I am 247.4. So that means I gained a pound. Ooh. And this is why I brought this video to you guys. I'm not too worried. I'm not worried at all. It's expected. Like your body is on a mission to go back to evolutionary beginnings and hold on and fight for every single pound, every single piece of fat, every single drink of water, everything. All of these things affect your weight loss. I'm not too concerned. It's only 1 week. It's not a plateau. It's not a big deal, okay? As long as you continue to do what you do, then everything is fine. So that leads us into our good word. So what's the word today? You were born to be real, not to be perfect. Ralph Marston. Isn't this appropriate? We are not perfect. Everyone messes up. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone goes through things. Everyone has challenges. We are not perfect beings. So with this weight loss thing, if you gain weight, 1 pound, 2 pounds, if you don't lose anything, you just stay the same, do not get discouraged. It happens. Like I said, your body is fighting against you. Do not feel as though you failed. Even if you messed up, say you overeat, say you binged eat, say you ate out, say you didn't, exercise in a day or two or whatever. Like, you're not perfect. Of course, you want to try to strive for perfection. You want to be the best person you can be. You want to do all the things that you feel like you need to do to make sure that you're losing weight and you're trying to accomplish fitness goals and all those great things. But you're not perfect. No one's perfect. So don't beat yourself up if you had a bad day or if you had a bad week. Pick yourself up and just keep going. what you have to do in this thing, because it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So it's gonna take you a while to lose the weight. You didn't pick the weight up in a day or two, so it's gonna take you a long time to get it off. I mean, natural, healthy, weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week. So that's what we can expect. If it's more, great. If it's less, it's fine, okay? So don't feel discouraged. Don't give up. Just keep on moving, keep on trucking. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and also comment. Let's talk about your weight loss journey. If you're on a weight loss journey, let's talk about other things. If you want to talk about other things, your strive to perfection, no one's perfect. I will see you next video.